Welcome to the Ultimate Sports Podcast special edition series where we go through conference by conference and preview the 2019-20 college basketball season. We're going to start with the American Athletic Conference. I'm going to go in my projected order of finish and talk about the teams a little bit. Coming in first place, I have the Memphis Tigers. Expectations are high for Penny Hardaway in year two after going 22-14 a year ago, 11-7 in conference play. They'll be better than that. I think that they will easily make the tournament and be ranked throughout most of the year. James Weissman highlights the freshman class coming in. Boogie Ellis is there. Precious Awusha is there. Damian Bogg, DJ Jeffries, and a lot of other cast of characters with that team. Second place, I have the Cincinnati Bearcats, who went 28-7 a year ago, 14-4 in conference play. Jerron Cumberland returns. He is the preseason AAC Player of the Year. Mick Cronin is gone, and coming in for him is John Brannon, as Cronin left to go to UCLA. Number 3 of the Houston Cougars, who were the best team in that conference a year ago. They went 33-4. And then 16-2 in the conference. DeJon Jarreau, Quentin Grimes lead the way for them. In fourth place, I have the Wichita State Shockers. This is a team that I think can surprise people this year. They went 22-15 a year ago, 10-8 in conference play. Greg Marshall is still around. They have some talent coming back this year after last year was a bit of a down year. In fifth place, I have the South Florida Bulls. LaQuincy Riddell. Alexis Yetna, unfortunately, is out for the season. I believe he has a foot injury. That sucks for him. David Collins. So expectations high for South Florida this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to expectations in that conference. Sixth, I have the UConn Huskies. Dan Hurley is in year 2. Altrique Gilbert, Christian Vital lead the way on their team. It's going to be interesting to see if they rebound from a disappointing year. Seventh place, I have the Temple Owls. Quentin Rose is a solid player. Nate Pierre-Louis they have. They have a new coach coming in this year after Fran Dunphy retired. Aaron McKee was named his designated successor. So I'm interested to see how he does. Eighth place, I have SMU. SMU last year, 15-17, 6-12 in conference play. Obviously, Tim Yankovic is a coach, in my opinion, that is on the hot seat this year. 9, the UCF Knights, 24-9 a year ago, 13-5 in conference play. This was a team that famously made the tournament last year, nearly upset Duke. I think they take a major step back this season. 10th, I have the Tulsa Hurricane. Golden Hurricane, I should say. They have a nice player in Martins Igbanu, but I'm not really a fan of this team. Although last year they were fine, 18-14 overall, 8-10 in conference play. Frank Haith is still there, and he's certainly another coach that I think could be axed with a rough year. 11th, I have Tulane, actually. The Green Wave of Tulane, who hire Ron Hunter away from Georgia State, and they actually have a real coach now after canning Mike Dunleavy after 3 horrific years there. And I think this could be a team that could be a pleasant surprise in the AAC this year. Granted, a surprise meaning they won't finish in last. And then 12th, I have East Carolina. They have a nice player in Jaden Gardner. This team was terrible a year ago, going 10-21 overall, 3-15 in conference play. Joe Dooley's in his second tenure there after coming over from Florida Gulf Coast. I think it's going to be a few years before they're relevant again. My player of the year in this conference is going to be James Weissman. I think he carries Memphis to a high seed in the NCAA tournament, and he carries Memphis to a division title. And obviously I have Weissman taking Freshman of the Year honors as well. Best player in the conference, like I just said. And my Coach of the Year in the AAC, Penny Hardaway. My picks to make the tournament from this conference: Memphis, Cincinnati, and Houston. NIT, Wichita State, South Florida, UConn, and Temple. And I think that SMU and Tulsa will be potentially looking for new coaches, and I think UCF will be the most disappointing team in this conference this year. Okay, that's it for the AAC preview. Next up is the ACC.